products that I mostly used in Jeju. Key product that helped a lot. I saw a clear improvement, like a before and after. Where are my soul sisters? Let me hear ya flow, sister. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, your sister, EuniUnni in the house today, and I'm back! It feels so good to be back from Jeju. So today I'm gonna talk about the most important zero step that you should definitely do after sun damages. And I know that it can be a little bit tricky because when you get sun damages, you see so many different kinds of skin concerns. It's not just one thing, but we see so many. So that's why this is going to be a series. So the first step is going to be this series today, and then you'll have series 2 and series 3 as well. So stay tuned in. All right, so before we get started, I did want to mention that we have a global giveaway. Thank you so much to Nature Republic for holding this global giveaway for my unicorns. Alrighty guys, what are we waiting for? Let's get started. All right, so let's talk about the skin concerns that we do face, especially during the summertime. So first things first, you will definitely feel irritation, maybe sometimes stinging. Your skin barrier will be compromised, and there's inflammation, redness, and breakouts, much more than that you usually have. There's buildup of dead skin cells and sometimes even skin peeling and blackheads and whiteheads. You see so much of them, and your pores will look more large, and also it'll be more visible. And not to mention, from all the sun damage, you will see sunspots, hyperpigmentation, and uneven skin tone. So when this happens, the most common mistake that a lot of people make, including myself, is to start adding products that has really strong or high amounts of functioning ingredients. And I feel you guys, I've been there. I wanted to do this because I personally wanted to bring my skin back into a better condition faster. But from my experience, when your skin is sensitized, it's irritated, your skin barrier has been damaged, it's important to actually, number one, calm your skin. All right, now I will be introducing you to the 4 products that I mostly used in Jeju. So I will be sharing these 4 products plus smart using tips as well. Because I was in Jeju for such a long time, 20 plus days, I had so many different ways I got to try it out. And there were a lot of products that I didn't take, so I did a lot of hacks with it as well. So I will be sharing all my secret tips. All right guys, so now I'm gonna introduce you to the first product, and it's in the order of the products that I personally like the most. So yes, I thought it would be better for me to talk about that product. This is the Nature Republic Green Derma Mild Cica Serum. And as you guys know, serums or ampoules are the best category of all the skincare products that are highly concentrated, and they do have really good effects when you do use them. I feel like this is a key product that helped a lot to calm my skin rapidly. And this is also great for breakouts as well. And most of us, we are facing more breakouts, especially because of the weather. Our skin is heated. When our skin is heated, we have more excessive sebum, and that can lead to so many different skin concerns, especially like breakouts, pimples, all kinds, whiteheads too. And this is such a great product to calm your breakouts, but also to prevent breakouts as well. This is the product for me that I saw a clear improvement, like a before and after, especially because my skin was so irritated after all the sun in Jeju. And it has won so many awards, like in Hwahae, in Marie Claire's Single magazine and stuff like that. So this is already a very popular amongst a lot of people. And this one was Derek's favorite product as well. And I think mainly it's because of the texture too, because Derek doesn't like, like uncomfortable feeling, greasy, heavy textures. This one has a very milky, viscous, light texture that's soaked in freshly. And also this is certified as a hypoallergenic product in Germany as well. And as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, serums or ampoules, they do have the highest amount of concentration. That's why usually like when you see different categories, like cleansers are the cheapest and serums or ampoules are the most expensive compared to like creams or toners, right? And now I'm gonna be sharing some smart using tips and realistic tips that I did, what I did to see really good results with it. So the first thing is, everybody knows this tip already, but it was a DIY calming sheet mask. I just got some toner toner, I got some serum, I got some cotton pads, I soaked it in there and just put it on my face and left it as a sheet mask and then took it off. And it just worked beautifully. It's one of the easiest tips, but it's very, very effective, especially when your skin is sensitized. And a plus tip that I did was I really love modeling masks, and I will get into that in a different video of the how-tos and things like that. But it worked so beautifully when I put on modeling mask on top of the DIY calming sheet mask. It just felt so amazing, and this tip is used a lot in dermatologists or skincare clinics to rapidly calm skin, even after post-procedures. And then the last tip was calming sleeping mask. All I did was add cream and the serum with 1:1 ratio. And this is a really good tip, especially when your skin is feeling so sensitive and it stings a little bit from the slightest touch. You just melt down the product together in your hands and you just apply it gently all across the face. Sometimes when your skin is so irritated, even the slightest rubbing motion can feel a bit irritating for your skin. So I highly want to recommend this product. It worked for me. It was very good and it was gentle, but it was so fast at calming my skin down and just kind of restoring it into a better condition. So yes, this one was my favorite. All right, guys, so the second one is a product that I feel like a lot of people might have already, and I think it's a must-have for the summertime especially. This is the Nature Republic Soothing and Moisture Aloe Vera Soothing Gel. And I talked about this in my video with Sue in her summer specials as well. She and I did a collaboration. She asked me to bring some of my favorite products for the summertime, and I had to take this one and a cooler because this is one of the products that had saved my skin as well, especially in Jeju. After a long day out in the sun, when I came back home, I took a really nice shower, especially with cold water, because you want to calm your skin down as soon as possible. And I layered this all over my face and my body as well. It just felt so good. And sometimes for extra tip, I use the cooler. And I feel like everybody should, not everyone, if you're not like good with aloe, you don't need one. But I think aloe gels are such a good product that calms your skin fast. And pop this baby in the fridge and it feels like 10 times better and 10 times more cooling. And I feel like sometimes when you're really lazy to do your whole skincare routine, I just apply a thick layer on top like a mask and I go to sleep with it too. And this was in a tube type. I've seen Nature Republic, they have the jar type as well, but I loved the tube type, especially because it's more sanitary, it's much more easy to use. And yeah, I talk about it a lot in Sue's video as well. So if you guys are interested, check out that video. I'll link it right there. And this baby is vegan friendly, and compared to other aloe gels that I've tried before, it was more hydrating. And it might be different for each person, but for me, it did not sting at all, even when I put it on after when my skin was super irritated and red from the sun. So the first tip, this baby was so good for after sun care for both my face and body. I already mentioned this before, but it just cooled down my skin so fast after a long day in the sun. And the extra tip was, use the cooler, man. Invest in a cooler. It just makes a huge difference. And I think it just speeds up everything and it maximizes the effect. And this was amazing for aftercare, especially for your scalp as well. All I did was I applied it on my scalp when it was irritated and heated. It's important to care for your scalp as much as your skin. Your scalp is your skin too. Let's not forget that. So what you want to do is make sure you rinse your scalp with cool water. And then to calm your scalp as soon as possible, pop this aloe gel in the fridge, or you don't have to do that. It's cooling anyways, but I like to put it in for that extra, 3 to 5 minutes. It just maximizes everything. And then I apply on my scalp. This feels so good. And I love doing this tip, especially when I'm in my bath too. Now, and the third tip is I used it as a shaving gel and it worked beautifully. Usually, sometimes when I don't have it, I will use my conditioners, but this one worked so well. And because it's so humongo, it worked beautifully. And I forgot to bring my shaving foam anyways to Jeju. I loved it because I got to use this aloe in so many different ways and it worked. It worked really well. So I do want to highly recommend this product. This one is something that I feel like of course there are other great aloe gels out there, but this one is such a good price and it's humongo. I used it with all of this for 20 plus days with so many different like tips and tricks and hacks and stuff like that, but I still have like this much left. So I feel like this is a good one to invest in, and yeah, I think you guys are gonna like this one. All right guys, so the next one is also from the Cica line from Nature Republic. This is the Nature Republic Green Derma Mild Cica Big Toner. Now, I've never seen a toner that is this humongo that has a very viscous, milky texture. I was very surprised. Usually if a toner is this humongo, it's those like super watery like textures, but I loved it because with this viscous texture, I had so much of it and I got to use it in so many different ways in Jeju. It is humongo, it's 500 milliliters, and for smart using tip, of course, I had to use it as a DIY sheet mask. It was so easy. All you do is add toner into your cotton pad and just apply it. It's the most basic tip, but it's easy, it's fast. And sometimes I added in a few spoits of the serum as well to kind of maximize the soothing effect. The second way I used it was as a professional skincare clinic treatment. All I did was actually add toner in my modeling mask instead of adding water. Now, this is a great tip, especially if you are huge fans of modeling mask. If you aren't yet, no worries. I'm gonna talk about it in a different video. But there is a reason why after every treatment it's ended, it finishes off with modeling masks. So the pro is it boosts the calming effect if you add in the toner instead of water. So there's more hydration. It lasts longer. You can leave it on longer. The con is that you do use a lot of toner and it takes a little bit longer for the modeling mask to turn into rubber. And of course, because the toner was so big, I got to splurge out on myself and pamper myself doing this tip, but I wasn't able to do it every single day because it does take up a lot of toner. All right, so last product here is the cream from the Cica line. This is Nature Republic Green Derma Mild Cica Cream. And as you guys know, it's kind of tricky to find a good cream for the summertime. And this cream suited my skin perfectly. I have combination skin, acne prone skin as well. So this was amazing to prevent whiteheads because usually whiteheads can lead to so many more other skin concerns like severe acne and things like that. And the texture, first, it does feel a little bit pasty, but as soon as you touch it, it melts down beautifully, and it kept my skin, my T-zone oily and U-zone dry skin hydrated throughout the whole day, and it really locked in the moisture. And I didn't need to use a lot of it. I just needed a very small amount, and this was a humongo product. I loved it, and it had a very non-oily, non-sticky finish, which I appreciated for the hot, humid summer. And as I mentioned before, I didn't take all the skincare products to Jeju. So I didn't have like a shaving cream, I didn't have a scrub, and especially I did not take my body cream, but this one came in handy. And Derek and I both loved using this for the face and the body as well. This is 190 milliliters, humongo. So for the first tip, I loved using it as for my face and my body, as I mentioned before. And for the second tip, I loved using it as a calming cleansing cream. So usually at Korean skincare clinics, they use cleansing lotions or creams as the first cleanser to remove makeup when the customer's skin is irritated. It's because they have a creamier texture, which produces more mild or gentler touch. Cream formula is more hydrating than other kinds of cleansers, and since the cream is humongo, 190 milliliters, I did not feel guilty about using it this way. And as I mentioned before, my skin would feel so irritated, red, and it would sting a lot from the slightest touch. And I wanted to be very careful with it, especially when I did my cleansing routine after a long day in the sun. And then the last tip was using it as a DIY calming cream mask. I already talked about this when I was talking about the serum, but I just mixed cream and the serum with 1:1 ratio. Worked beautifully. So including the Cica cream, 4 of the products were really the products that I used throughout the 20 plus days in Jeju that has helped to calm my skin a lot after sun damage. So please do remember, you guys, that the number one important thing you need to do after a long day out in the sun or after sun damage for your skin is number one, to calm your skin rapidly. And if you guys are interested, I will leave all the links for the products in the description below, so please do check it out. Alright guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And for the second episode of the summer series, we will talk about the next step. So after you calm your skin, what do you need to do? So stay tuned in. Oh, and I did want to mention the most important thing is number one, to prevent sun damages as well. I mean, we would love to. We're gonna try our best. But some of the things that realistic tips that you can do is number one, please wear your sunscreen and please reapply every 3 hours if you can. Realistically, if you can't, I think it's really important to use sun, cushions or, like foundations, whatever's with extra SPF, powders and things like that. That would help so much. And another thing is I love wearing hats in the summer. It just makes a huge difference. So please wear a hat with, like, that has a large thingamajiggy so it can cover most of your face. Wear sunglasses or sun umbrellas. And don't forget that we have a huge giveaway with Nature Republic. Thank you so much, Nature Republic, once again. And I will leave all the details in the description below. Thank you guys. I love you guys so much. It feels good to be back. So you will be able to see more fun videos from Unni. Thank you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. 안녕. And my skin is feeling so much more better because you saw the before and after pictures, right? My skin was in the worst condition, but my skin be looking good. It's feeling better. Stay tuned in.